Did you know that Death Valley National Park has 5 different large areas of sand dunes? The most famous are the Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. Located only 25 minutes from the Furnace Creek Visitor Center and just a few minutes from Stovepipe Wells, these dunes are by far the easiest to get to. Depending on which way you come into the park, you could end up passing right by them on your way to your campsite or other famous attractions like Badwater Basin, Zabriskie Point, or Dante's View. It's right off the main road that runs through Death Valley, and there's a pretty big paved parking lot with restrooms, so it's a good place to stop on your way somewhere else or to hang out and explore for an hour or two. The sand dunes were formed from dust and rocks blowing off the Cottonwood Mountains to the north and northwest. Over time, tiny grains of quartz and minerals were blown down to the base of the mountains, collecting on the dry mud of an ancient lake bed, which eventually formed these giant 130-foot sand dunes. The sand constantly shifts in the wind, but the tallest dune is almost a mile from the parking lot. It may look like it's close, but there's no official trail, and trudging that far in sand is tough, so bring extra water if you plan to make that journey. Most people stay closer to the parking lot, and some even bring sleds to ride down the dunes. This place may appear to have no life, but patches of mesquite trees and creosote bushes still live with roots buried deep in the sand, and they allow small animals to survive there too. If you look closely, you might find the distinct tracks of a sidewinder rattlesnake or desert kangaroo rat. The Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes might be most famous, however, because George Lucas filmed some scenes for Star Wars there. In A New Hope, the shot of R2-D2 taking off from C-3PO was shot in the dunes, and in Return of the Jedi, the dunes were featured extensively as the Dune Sea on Tatooine, including the infamous Sarlacc pit that ate Boba Fett while the rebels fought to free Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt. If you've never seen sand dunes like this, then you should really make the Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes one of your stops when you visit Death Valley National Park. Whether you're there on a day trip or staying a few nights like we did, it's best to visit in the early morning hours or around sunset to avoid extreme heat, and watching sunset against the ripples in the sand can be mesmerizing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the Great Wide somewhere.